Hello everyone, am I audible clearly? All right. Today we are going to start with this. Post-Mauryan period. अब तक हम मौर्यन तक देख चुका, अपन डिस्कस करने वाले पोस्ट मौर्यन पीरियड को. तो पोस्ट मौर्यन पीरियड इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट वन. It is going to give you a complete perspective about how Indian history is shifting completely towards a new direction. You are going to see why. In prelims also, so many questions are coming nowadays. You will surprise to know that if you take entire ancient India, suppose if 6 questions or 7 questions are coming from ancient India, overall ancient India, सारे ancient India को मिला के सोचो 5 क्वेश्चंस सिर्फ एक ही टॉपिक पोस्ट मौर्यन एज, कैसा होगा? आउट ऑफ 7 एंशियंट, 5 क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम वन चैप्टर. Now it itself shows how important this chapter is. Last year in 2023, 5 questions in single unit only. But this unit is not a separate isolated one. That's why you have to see this chapter in a continuation format. It is building on top of Mauryans. And this age will give next generation. That's why this is very important. If you identify this, to see this, how the history is evolving. Paleolithic sites, this is where hunting and gathering stage people were living. Hunting and gathering. Later, people started agriculture. This is how the evolution. These are the hunters. And these are the evidences. In prelims, these are the places, prelims examination. And this is agriculture. Human beings, Indians moved from hunting gathering stage to agriculture, producing their own food. These are the places where you need to remember for Neolithic sites, prelims questions. After that, once people start village agriculture, village settlement and agriculture, people will move to the next generation or next stage of development. Humanity आगे बढ़ते हैं. In that process, Indus Valley civilization, that means first time cities. First time cities. Observe this. When Indians were living in cities, how British people were there at this time? Because British comparison between India and British is an interesting one. Because the British told Indians uncivilized, barbarians, we were not modernized. Those were the abuses they have done for 200 years and they ruled India. That is why this is an interesting element to compare. When Indians were living in cities almost 4,500 years ago, what is the condition of British? Britishers were living in this condition. That is how. When Britishers are in this stage, Indians moved to this stage. Indians moved to this stage. But we forgot our own history. That is why they came and whatever they were telling, people just got to know that whatever they are saying, that is might be true, and people just moved on with them. But this is the case. Later, Rig Veda developed in this location. First Veda developed. Rig Veda is considered as one of the earliest compositions of humanity itself, not only India, entire humanity itself, because many people are still living in the hunting gathering stage only. In that time period, Indians moved to the advanced stage, philosophical stage also. Then post-Mauryan time, post-Vedic time period or later Vedic time period, this is Rig Veda. This is later Vedic time period. This is Mahajanapada period. So many kingdoms emerged. One of the Janapadas, Magadha, entered into powerful empire state. That is how we have seen how Mauryans ruled. When Magadha was expanding, this is the place where Alexander was expanding his empire. They saw Alexander. Alexander Empire, this is Nanda dynasty. Dhanananda was the last ruler. When Alexander reached this area, Magad was under Dhanananda. Dhanananda. This is another prelims question. When Alexander reached northwestern part of India, which ruler was ruling in India? That is Nanda dynasty. Dhanananda was the ruler. Dhanananda was replaced by Chandragupta Maurya. Chandragupta Maurya expanded the empire. After expansion by Ashoka time period, the empire becomes this much big. You see this? This constitutes Afghanistan also, Pakistan also, India also, modern day India, barring exception deep south and northeast, Bangladesh. You see, Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, all these areas were under single empire, single ruler. For the first time, it happened in our Indian history. That's why Ashoka is very important to understand. This is the Mauryan Empire, you can see. From the prelims point of view, all these places are important. At least do not get threatened by seeing these many names. Remember some of the important areas like in Gujarat, in Karnataka, in Odisha, in Bangladesh, in this side, Pakistan, Afghanistan side. If you remember some of them, these are the places where we got evidence of Ashoka inscriptions. Based on that only, we are trying to see that we understood Ashoka was ruling this much big empire. This is how the contemporary world. Alexander, after Alexander, his own kingdom, his own empire divided into different kingdoms. This side, one king, Egypt side, one king, European side, another king, and here Ashoka. Now, like Alexander Empire divided, similar fate happened even for the Mauryan Empire also. Mauryan Empire also divided like this. When a powerful emperor is there, they controlled empire. Whenever there is a weak ruler, automatically the power of ruler will not go beyond the core area. The distant territories started declaring themselves as independent, and these independent kingdoms increased in post-Mauryan time period. You can see this. Small kingdoms emerged. At the same time, some even the outsider invasions also took place during the same time period. Different kingdoms also emerged, like Greeks, Shakas, Kushanas. These are the people who comes from Central Asia, West Asia, and Persia. Greeks after Alexander. Persians also take some territories. Shakas also, Kushanas also. Inside, Shatavahanas, Shungas, Kanvas, Kharavelas, Sangam, Chola, Chela, Pandya. So many kingdoms. Can you identify this? This is how it happened. Earlier, Alexander Empire replaced by Persian Empire called Parthian Empire. This is how Parthians means Persians. Persians also controlled some territories for some time. Identify here different type of kingdoms, small kingdoms. This is the condition of post-Mauryan time period in India. Entire empire divided into multiple pieces. Then what is the specialty of post-Mauryan time period? Why UPSC is showing this much interest? Why 5 questions are asked in this particular question in single year? Is there any such kind of development? The reason is, even though India divided, when invasions have taken place, when so many kingdoms are there, but this land unified. not through politics, but through culture. Culture means Buddhism started in Bihar, Nepal region. Buddhism is now popular in Tamil Nadu also, in Northwest also. Now, Buddhism is going even become global also. It even reaches Central Asia and China, Japan, that side also. The Brahmanical tradition or Vedic culture is now has taken deep roots. It reached tip of the peninsula also. Jainism also spread across India. Other philosophies also reached different parts. Many people started mingling with each other. Foreigners, Indians, and within India also, mainstream people and tribal people, everything intermixing is taking place. Some kind of unity is taking place. Some kind of churning is taking place within the society, which later time period is going to give a distinct identity for India. That is, even though politics divided India, but culture unified India. Now, people from Kashmir to Kanyakumari have something to share. Kashmir people also believe in similar kind of stories. Kanyakumari people also believe in the similar kind of story. Northwestern people and Northeastern people now having the connectivity by this time period. Let us see. That is the exact significance of this particular time period. Some notes are the image which I am drawing, whether it could be a map also, mind map also, table also, anything. Please draw along with me so that some important points will be covered in the notes and remaining point will be there in this. And also you will be able to remember the moment you also draw along with me. This is how. In post-Mauryan time period, from the prelims point of view, different centers emerged in post-Mauryan time period. For example, Takshila, Purushpura. This is modern day Peshawar, Girnar, Pratishtana, Amaravati, Dhanya Kataka. In UPSC, this is the question asked. Amaravati, Dhanyakataka are located in which of the following regions? Kalinga region, Andhra region, Gandhara region. Likewise, Gandhara is this side. Kalinga is Odisha. Sangam. Sangam Kingdoms. This side. Ujjain. Mathura. Pataliputra. Pataliputra, Magadha Kingdom. Empire capital Pataliputra. Now new centers of power also emerging. For example, Amaravati, Dhanyakataka, Pratishtana. Now they are the powerful centers of Satavahana. In Kalinga, Shishupalgarh, different. Dhauli, Jaugada, Shishupalgarh during Mauryan time period. During Kalinga time period also, they are becoming important. The place called Udayagiri Kandhagiri caves near Bhuvaneshwar. Udayagiri Kandhagiri. Now see how Indian culture is now unifying. Jainism is there in Odisha also. Jainism is there in Sangam areas also. Jainism is there in Mathura also. That means if a person travels from Mathura to Udayagiri, Kandagiri, they feel connected with a similar kind of emotional attachment. If they travel towards Sangam period, Sangam age, this side, again, people have the similar kind of emotional attachment. And when they come to Karnataka region, already Shravana Belagala is there, where Chandragupta Maurya performed Sallekana along with Bhadrabahu. That is how, again, Jainism story. That means a person from Mathura, Odisha, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka feeling similar kind of common element. That is how. Now people will not see Mathura people different, Karnataka people different. People started seeing Karnataka people and Mathura people are common people because both are sharing the same idea, Jainism. Same goes to Buddhism, same goes to Brahmanical tradition. Rig Veda, other Vedas now are spreading to across. People are knowing Vedas across. So that is why you see politically fragmented, but culturally unified. This is one kingdom. This is one kingdom. Different kingdoms. Another kingdom. Here are so many kingdoms. Many kingdoms. Shungas. Satavahanas. This is the crux. From prelims point of view, you have to remember the dynasty names also. At the same time, places also, different type of authors, writings, literature, sculpture, what happened in this time period. Today, we will try to finish Post-Mauryan as well as Guptas also. Guptas are going to come after Post-Mauryans. It is going to build on top of Post-Mauryan. This. Please try to draw this one. Only when you draw, you will remember. That's why my intention is to draw and show you. First one. Kingdoms. Kingdoms. Some foreign kingdoms were there. And Indian kingdoms were also there. Foreign kingdoms, Indo-Greeks, Shakas, Kushanas, Parthians. Indo-Greeks means Europe, Shakas and Kushanas, Central Asia, Parthians, Iran. They were ruling Gandhara, Mathura, Ujjain, Gujarat. In different places, the northwestern portion, they were controlling. At different points of time, different rulers. When it comes to Indian kingdoms, Shungas, Satavahanas, Maha-Megavahanas, Cholas, Cheras, Pandyas. They were called Sangam kingdoms. In Tamil Nadu, in Kalinga, in Andhra, Karnataka, Maharashtra, in Gangetic Valley. These how different kingdoms were ruling. All right. Gangetic, Maharashtra, Andhra, Karnataka. This is Kalinga, Odisha. If I show you the map, this is how it looks. Identify here. Satavahanas, Chola, Pandya, Chera in the down. Shungas here. Kanvas, after Shungas, Kanvas will come. You can include. After Shungas, Kanvas, Gangetic Valley. Here, do you see this? In this map, you are seeing Greeks. Greeks were replaced by Shakas. They replaced by Kushanas. They will be later replaced by Guptas once Guptas comes. Parthians, this side, Parthian kingdom. All right. So this is how different kingdoms were there. Summarize in a single mind map format. You can have this one. When it comes to image format, you have to have this one, India map side, and this is the one, overall structure. From the prelims point of view, you have to see who are the important rulers of these people. Same, similar goes. Is there any kind of literature developed during that time period? Is there any kind of philosophy developed during their period? Is there any kind of science and technology? Is there anything related to governance? We have to identify. First, let us start with the Indian kingdoms, Shungas, because Shungas are the one who replaced Mauryans. In a single map itself, you will get everything. We will not write anything. We will not write everything. And we will not write in sequence. Just we will show one India map. We will show the rulers also. We will show the people associated with the Shunga ruler. The moment you see these notes, then like a photographic memory, the moment you see this image, automatically at least 5, 6 elements will enter into your brain. Let us do that. Shungas. This PPT will have all the details what we are going to discuss now. But in single map, I will give you everything so that it will be easy for you also for revision, and you can see after getting this PPT also. Now you see this. This is how different content is there. Questions also I have given. When it comes to dynasty, this is the place where Mauryans were ruling, where Patliputra was there. That is the place where Shungas started ruling. From this side, they started expanding, but there are other kingdoms also they were fighting. Shunga dynasty. In your notebook also, you can make a big map so that you can write some content. Single map, one dynasty, one map is enough for us. You will get all the facts. This is the place where Pataliputra, the Mauryan Empire replaced by a new person called Pushyamitra Shunga. Pushyamitra Shunga. You can make notes along with me. Fastly we will go. You can also see the speed of it. Within short span of time and with a single 1 or 2 images, you will get all the facts related to that. Becomes easy for you to revise also. Founder is Pushyamitra Shunga. He is a Brahmana. He is a Brahmana. Whereas Mauryans patronized all religions. Mauryans patronized All religions. Mauryans did not give a special importance to Brahmanical or Vedic traditions. Vedic traditions were focusing on sacrifices, whereas Buddhism, Jainism, and other religions were not focusing on sacrifices. Ashoka did not want any kind of violence, stability he wanted. He issued Dhamma. That means all religions are equal in front of him. No special significance to Brahmanas. No sacrifices. No sacrifices specifically. The moment Pushyamitra Shunga comes, he is a Brahmana. Pushyamitra Shunga patronized sacrifices. That's why Sanskrit works praise Pushyamitra Shunga, whereas Sanskrit text will not praise, are not praising Mauryans. In fact, Mauryans are considered as Shudras in Sanskrit works, whereas Pushyamitra Shunga is considered as a ruler who maintained Vedic Dharma, sacrifices. He patronized Patanjali. Patanjali has written a commentary on Panini's book. Panini has written Ashtadhyayi. The commentary of Panini's Ashtadhyayi is Mahabhashya. Prelims point of view, how many facts you are getting here? Pushyamitra Shunga, sacrifices, Patanjali, Mahabhashya, connected with Panini and connected with Panini's grammar, Ashtadhyayi. This is a book on grammar. Then, now, this is the location where he inherited. And here, Indo-Greeks were trying to enter into this location. As a result, what happens? Conflict took place. Sanskrit referred Indo-Greeks as Yavanas. Yavanas refers to Indo-Greeks in Sanskrit textbooks. That means Pushyamitra Shunga was fighting with Indo-Greeks, or Pushyamitra Shunga was fighting with Yavanas. Shungas reached up to here, Madhya Pradesh. These are the important elements with respect to Pushyamitra Shunga. After Pushyamitra Shunga, another ruler comes. His name is Agnimitra. Son of Pushyamitra Shunga. By the time Agnimitra comes, this region comes under him. Agnimitra, about Agnimitra, Kalidasa wrote Malavikagnimitram. Another prelims question. Agnimitra, Pushyamitra Shunga, what is the connection? Father and son, son and father. Kalidasa wrote Malavikagnimitram on Agnimitra. Now it shows Kalidasa wrote in Sanskrit. Sanskrit works praise Pushyamitra Shunga and Shunga dynasty. Naturally, even after some time also, Kalidasa was writing this. We are in Shunga time period. Shunga dynasty means 185 BC onwards. But Kalidasa was living during Gupta time period, around 400s. After almost 400 years, Kalidasa takes inspiration from Agnimitra and he dedicated one book on him. Prelims point of view, These are the sources to understand this. All right. Next one. In your map, in your book also, it's very difficult. Don't make it very clumsy. Whenever space is not sufficient, make another map so that you will have free space to write. I am also drawing one more time. Pushyamitra Shunga some points, Agnimitra some points came. Next one. Another ruler, Bhagabhadra. After Agnimitra, some more rulers will come. And we know one person called Bhagabhadra. He was a ruler, Shunga ruler. At this time, Indo-Greeks, initially Shungas and Greeks were fighting. Pushyamitra Shunga, he was fighting with them, even performed Ashwamedha sacrifice also to fight with them. But now, diplomatic relationship, diplomacy, peaceful relation, how far they will fight. Same thing in the present day times also. India-Pakistan fight sometime. Diplomacy, peaceful relationship. Geography remains the same. You identify that. Diplomacy. We got an inscription in a place called Base Nagar. Base Nagar, pillar inscription. The ambassador was Heliodorus. Greek ambassador, Heliodorus. He issued this inscription. Heliodorus gave this inscription. Base Nagar. It is near Vidisha. Near Vidisha. Bhagabhadra was having a court in Patliputra also, near Ujjain, Vidisha region also, because this is their kingdom. Sometimes they maintain court here, sometimes they maintain in the middle. When he was here, he came, Base Nagar pillar inscription, Heliodorus gave. What information we will get? Heliodorus accepted. He is proudly saying that Indo-Greeks used to follow their own religion, Greek religion. But now when they come into contact with this region, Buddhism, Brahmanical tradition, Vedic traditions are common here. They are going to come into contact with here. That's why he accepted Bhagavatism. He accepted Bhagavatism. Bhagavatism means related to Vishnu. So he is saying, I am a Bhagavata. That means I am a follower, devotee of Vishnu. Someone is saying a devotee of Buddha. Someone is saying a devotee of Vishnu. Someone is going to say devotee of Shiva. What is happening now? Now Vedic tradition is entering into a new phase of development. Even foreigners are also now accepting the traditions which are prevalent in this location. That is how foreign elements which are going to fight initially, later going to accept. Brilliant. Bhagabhadra, Indo-Greeks, Base Nagar pillar inscription, Heliodorus. This is about Shungas. Kalidasa, Patanjali, Heliodorus. Remember this. Later, they were replaced by Kanvas. We do not have much information about Kanvas. We know about Kanvas through Puranas. And Kanvas are also Brahmanas. Brahmanas. So finally, what is happening? Magad is ruled by different dynasties. Mauryans were ruling earlier. Later, Shungas in Patliputra, now Kanvas came. This is the sequence. That is about Shungas and Kanvas. Not much information, only that Mauryans replaced by Shungas, replaced by Kanvas. Kanvas are also Brahmanas. Shungas were also Brahmanas, according to Puranas. Whereas, according to Puranas, these were Shudras. According to Sanskrit version, only Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, fourfold Varna, Kshatriyas are supposed to rule. But whereas here, Brahmanas are ruling, Shudras are ruling, that means society is liberal. That is the only interpretation we can make. On one side, Sanskrit books are saying that everyone should follow Varna, Ashrama Dharma, but reality is something different. If sentence says that post-Mauryan society is a very rigid one, means it is not the one, because so much intermixing is taking place. Clear? This is about Shungas. Done? Now come to next rulers. I am trying to make you go chronologically. This we have done. Shungas were fighting with Indo-Greeks. Let us deal with Indo-Greeks next. Indo-Greeks. Indo-Greeks, ग्रीक्स कब आए थे इंडियन सबकॉन्टिनेंट में? जब अलेक्जेंडर द ग्रेट कॉन्कर किया था नॉर्थ वेस्टर्न पार्ट्स में, तब से ग्रीक वर रूलिंग in the northwestern part. Now these people are now becoming a small kingdoms. They wanted to enter into Gangetic Valley. Again, same thing. Map wise only you will understand. It's easy also. If questions are dynamic also, still you can answer it. This is the region. Takshila. Takshila is known for University Education Center. One of the important centers of education, Vedic studies. This is the region. Sagala or Sialkot. Sialkot, there is another place, Sialkot, present day Pakistan. A ruler was there called Menander. Remember this, Greek name. You will get Sanskrit names also, Tamil names also, Kannada names, Andhra names, Greek names, Persian names, continuously you will get. Menander was a ruler, Greek ruler. Here, just now we have seen Shungas. They were patronizing Brahmanical tradition. Shungas patronizing Brahmanical tradition. पहले मौर्यन डायनास्टी में बुद्धिस्ट मॉन्क्स को पैटर्नाइज मिला था, अभी पैटर्नाइज ब्राह्मणिकल ट्रेडिशन को मिल रहा है. बुद्धिस्ट मॉन्क्स ने माइग्रेशन शुरू किया and they started moving. Already earlier also Buddhist monks were going, but now when they are not getting patronage in this kingdom, what they will do? They will move to different locations where they get patronage. Menander patronized Buddhism. Menander patronized Buddhism. He interacted with a Buddhist monk called Nagasena or Nagarjuna. Why we are talking about this region to this region connection means Buddha. What is Buddha's location? Buddha's location is this only. Lumbini is the place of Buddha. Magadha region is most important region for Buddhism. Now Buddhism is spreading. When in the core area itself, Buddhism is not getting patronage, means Buddhist monks started moving. These people are patronizing. Why they are patronizing? Question is, why Indo-Greeks are patronizing Buddhism means they wanted access to get access to Indian traditions. Rulers तो राजा थे Greeks. Rulers were Greeks, whereas people were Indians only. Rulers will be there who are following Greek traditions, but common people who are there here, either they follow Buddhism, they follow Brahmanical tradition, they follow tribal tradition, anything, whatever is going on at this point of time. Now, how can you convince? To get legitimacy, you have to accept some ideology which is local. That's why local ideology accepted by Menander. Nagasena, he converted Menander into Buddhism. There is a book called Milinda Panha or Milinda Panho. Menander was asking so many questions about Buddhism. Nagasena was answering them. This question and answer format is written in a book called Milinda Panha. This was recorded in a book called Milinda Panha. Getting this? Now, with respect to Greeks means you got two people names. One is Menander. Another one is in Shunga period. These Greeks, base Nagar pillar inscription given by Heliodorus. Heliodorus time period is something different. Menander time period is different. He is not Menander's ambassador. Initially, Menander comes, converted to Buddhism. Later, the peaceful relationship is going to take place. Heliodorus comes. He also accepts. Now, what is happening? Menander accepted Buddhism. Heliodorus accepted Vaishnavism or Brahmanical tradition. Whatever is local here, Indo-Greeks were accepting this. What is the term Sanskrit people used for Indo-Greeks? Yavanas. So simply, Yavanas are becoming Buddhists. Yavanas are becoming Vaishnavites. Simple. This is why to get access to Indian tradition, Indo-Greeks. Now, remember the people, Menander. When it comes to these people, Indo-Greeks, they were the first to issue gold coins. Earlier, punch-marked coins were there. But what is the importance here? Punch-marked coins were given in silver, copper, whereas gold coins first time by Indo-Greeks. Another significance is these gold coins contain names, dates, and names, dates, Greek gods, images. On the coins, Greek gods, Greek ruler name, Greek ruler date, Greek ruler image itself printed on it. And what is the advantage of it? When we see this date, we will come to know that Pushyamitra Shunga belongs to this period. Bhagabhadra belonged to this period. But in the Sanskrit books, we did not mention that date because Sanskrit text used to say that Kali Yuga, in Kali Yuga this happened, in Treta Yuga this happened. But exact date we do not know. By comparing these Greek coins and the contemporary rulers, we came to know that who are the Indian rulers contemporary to them. This is about Indo-Greeks. Their contribution for astronomy. Greeks were good in space technology or simply on the planets. Their gods are also named after planets. Greco-Roman gods names are given to the present-day planets also. Many planets are named after Greco-Roman gods only. Like in case of India, Sanskrit gods are there. Greek gods are also there. Based on Greek gods, even today, the planets are also named. They were good in planets. That knowledge also was useful. In case of India, Indians learned many things about astrology or astronomy. In case of India, that astronomical knowledge, astronomy knowledge converted into astrology also. That is called horoscope, or Sanskrit Horashastra. Horoscope or Horashastra. Done. So we have seen Pushyamitra Shunga, then other people in Shunga dynasty and Greek side. Next one. This is done. This is important for prelims point of view. Important people, important places, and what is the contribution. So far clear? Please make notes now itself so that within 3 hours you are going to get so many questions. Next one. Shakas. Identify here. Indo-Greeks are done. Shungas are done. Now come to this point. Shakas. After Shakas, we will go to Shatavahanas, because that is how interaction was taking place. Next one. Shakas. Again, please draw the map. Instead of writing so many lines and paragraphs, one image is enough to remember. This is the location. So number 1, point for the prelims, Shakas comes from Central Asia. So Shakas were a Central Asian tribe. Whenever there is a stress in this area, people used to fight. So many tribes, limited resources, fighting used to happen. They will migrate to this side also for better opportunities. They may come this side also. The people who are going here, that is, here wars and battles used to take place. Who are coming here, wars and battles used to take place. Here, this side, China is there. They were also facing continuous threats from Central Asia. Not only Shakas, Shakas were one example because they are going to influence Indian history. That's why we are talking. So many tribes were there. They created a wall here. That wall today we are calling Great Wall of China. Because they don't have protection, they have to create artificially. But in our case, India is blessed in processing or giving nature. Mountains, natural wall. But here we have something Khyber Pass. This provide access to this region. Alexander also came from the same route, Khyber Pass. Shakas also. But here who are already there? Indo-Greeks were there. Indo-Greeks were defeated. Indo-Greeks were replaced by Shakas. Now Shakas became rulers of this region. They come up to here. They will come till here. Kuch. Here, a very famous ruler called Rudradaman. Around 130 CE to 150 CE. This is the place. This is the timeline. When they were moving, there were continuous wars and battles. In Ujjain, there was a ruler called Vikramaditya. Around 58 BCE, Remember this, very important. Around 58 BCE, Vikramaditya defeated many Shakas when they were continuously invading this side, migrating. When Vikramaditya defeated them, his valor, his bravery, his successes remembered by the next generation also. His point, 58 BC, became Vikram era. But if one ruler defeats Shakas, he cannot completely remove Shakas completely. There were so many wars and battles. In majority of the battles, Vikramaditya, even today also, we do not know exactly how many battles he has done and how many victories also. But people remembered Vikramaditya means valor, no defeat. But even single person cannot do much. He cannot completely eliminate everybody. Shakas were defeated in the hands of Vikramaditya, but they were continuously trying to enter into different places in different routes. That is how they established different kingdoms. Finally, Gujarat became an important center of Shakas. This area. One famous ruler is Rudradaman I. As I said, when Indo-Greeks come, Indo-Greeks bring European knowledge, European culture. Now, when Shakas come, Central Asian knowledge, Central Asian culture will come. After one generation, after two generations, after three generations, the people are going to accept the local traditions. That is why Buddhism and Vaishnavism are emerging during Indo-Greeks time period. Now you see the name Rudradaman. The name itself is indicating he is a follower of Shiva. You see what is happening in post-Mauryan time period. British used to call this as a dark era because there was no single empire. But culturally, what is happening, please try to understand. Rudradaman, Shiva follower, name itself. And another interesting fact is, he is the one. He is the first person who gave pure Sanskrit inscription. Coming from Central Asia, adopting the local traditions, started issuing inscription also in pure Sanskrit. What is the evidence? Girnar or Junagadh. It is the same place Ashoka also issued inscription, Girnar inscription. The content of this is, there was a lake called Sudarshana Lake. Mauryan time period it was built. He repaired it. Sudarshana Lake was repaired. That is the content of this. But language is Sanskrit, pure Sanskrit. This side, Shatavahanas were there. There is continuous wars and battles. Like there were battles here in the north. Similarly, as they move, they will have fightings here also. But after some time, with matrimonial relationship, they try to maintain good relations. Rudradaman, one daughter is given to Shatavahana ruler and they try to maintain peaceful relations. So what is happening here? Rudradaman and Shatavahana ruler through matrimonial relationship. That means the people who are coming from outside, no, it's not like outside, inside. At that time, they are just coming from one mountain to the other mountain. They are crossing from one river to the other river. Different set of cultures, different set of languages will be there. After some time, they're going to accept Indian traditions, Indian language. That is how naturally, if Indians are going to America, after some time, American traditions will be part of Indians. Likewise, this is what happening here. People are coming from outside, but after some time, they will be part of this land. Sanskrit, pure Sanskrit inscription, having matrimonial relationship also. In that way, Central Asian and Indian mixing is taking place. Clear? Now, he also patronized all religions. No persecution. In his kingdom, all religions. That means Brahmanical as well as Buddhism, other religions also got patronaged, or at least no persecution. People were following different set of ideas. This is about Shakas. Vikram era, 58 BC, Rudradaman 1, Girnar inscription, first pure inscription. Shakas were Central Asian. That you need to remember. That is about Shakas. Simple, small only. Next one, Satavahanas. Identify this in just one map only. How many facts in one go with photographic memory you can remember multiple things. Instead of writing 2-3 pages, it is just better to have one map, and also you will come to know from where people are coming and who are their contemporary people. Whatever may be the line, whatever may be the question, easily you can answer it. All right. Next one, Shatavahanas. Same thing here. Please draw the map. Whatever Shungas I explained, you will have the content here, this only. Now, whatever Greeks I have explained, you will find Indo-Greeks like this. You can see. These are Indo-Greeks were coming. Menander, you can see the timeline, 165 to 145 BC. Nagarjuna, Nagasena, Sagala or Sialkot is the place where he was ruling. The questions related to Nagasena and Nagarjuna, interaction between Menander and Nagarjuna is called Milinda Panho. Milinda is the name in Indian language. Greek language is Menander. That is how. This is the place where Sialkot is the significance. Like they were the first to issue gold coins, importance of it. Shungas we have seen, Indo-Greeks we have seen. And later Kanvas, then Shakas, Rudradaman. You can see Rudradaman. I have given questions also. You can just practice. You can see how the questions are coming. Vikram era, Shaka era, Gupta era, Kali era. You practice these questions also. All right. So same thing. Now we are going to see Satavahanas. Please make a map. This is the location where they were ruling. There is a place called Python or Pratishtana. This is one capital of Shatavahanas. There is another capital called Amaravati. This is Andhra side. And this is Maharashtra. There are different places also here in this region. Dhanya Kataka. Likewise. These centers became important centers of Buddhism. Many caves were constructed. We need to draw one more map to show them. Today, if you go to these places, Buddhist monuments are visible. Many monuments. This side, Andhra side, this side, Maharashtra side, like Ajanta, Baja, Karla, Kaniheri, different. Whereas they consider themselves as Brahmanas. That means Shatavahanas claimed that they were the followers of Brahmanical tradition. But in their kingdom, all religions are there. Jainism is also there. Buddhism is also there. And Brahmanical tradition is also there. There is a powerful ruler called Gautami Putra Shatakarni. He is considered as the greatest ruler of his time period. He is the greatest ruler of Satavahana Dynasty also. He considered himself as the great Brahmana called Eka Brahmana. And he considered himself as the person who is maintaining a Vedic Dharma in correct sense. His aim is to maintain Varnashrama Dharma. But you observe this. This is the location where in the first place Rigveda emerged. Rigveda emerged from here. That is 1500 BC. Later Vedic period, other Vedas. When other Vedas are going on here Chalcolithic stage is going on. Neolithic, Chalcolithic, megalithic culture is going on. After some time, this Vedic culture percolate here. Vedic culture, Vedic traditions will come here. And once they come here, these people also accepted Brahmanical tradition. When Buddhism comes, they will accept Buddhism. Once they come, Jainism, they will accept Jainism. It is an indication how Buddhism, Brahmanical tradition, and Jainism are emerging to this. And from there, it will go to this region. That means Satavahanas are acting like a bridge between Gangetic Valley and the Kaveri Valley. Kaveri Valley is in Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, deep south, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, Gangetic Valley. Gangetic Valley cultures are entering into Tamil culture or deep south culture. Same way, deep south traditions also enter into Gangetic Valley. The bridge is this one, Satavahanas. Already from the prelims point of view, remember Python in Maharashtra, Amaravati Dhanya Kataka. Simply, there is a question 2 years ago that the place where Buddhism was flourishing called Dhanya Kataka is located in which of the following places? Kalinga, Andhra, Gandhara, some other place, Andhra region. Just by having good map, that's why always better to have so much information comes in single map, single place. Easy to remember also. This is how. For this, you just add already existing information. This is Takshila. This is Ujjain. This is Pataliputra. That's it. Next, draw one more map. Here you will get all the important details. You need not worry. This will finish your Satavahanas. This is the location. This side they connected with Southeast Asia. This side they connected with Sri Lanka. And what is the contemporary people here? Sangam Kingdoms. And this side they connected with this world, Western world. Who are there here? Here, Roman Empire. This is Roman Empire. All right. This is how. These people also used to export. These people also used to export. And Indians were importing, exporting, connected with outside world. Goods, services, everything will go. This is the same route. Brahmanas, Buddhists also go. That is why today Southeast Asia is having Brahmanical influence also, Buddhism influence also. The largest temple in the world, not in India, in the world, temple, not in India, but in Cambodia, Southeast Asia. This area is very much influenced. Buddhism is still popular. Buddha is very popular. Sri Lanka, still majority follow Buddhism. You can see during this time period, it was going on. What is the time period here we are talking about? Here we are talking about 200 BCE to 300 CE. That means 500 years. These 500 years, Puranas says 30 rulers were there. 30 rulers, Satavahana rulers. Don't worry, we will not study about them and we don't even know them. Important personality from this list is one ruler called Hala. Hala is a ruler. He wrote, I'll write here. Hala is a ruler. He wrote a book in Prakrit. The book name is Ghada Sapta Sati. Ghada Sapta Sati. Sapta Sati means, Sapta means 7, Sati 100, Seta 100. 700 stories written in Prakrit. Next. Important ruler is Gautami Putra Shatakarni. We know about Gautami Putra Shatakarni from Nashik inscription. Nashik inscription given by his mother Gautami Balashri. That is why his name also Gautami Putra. So that means respecting women. We know about greatness of Gautami Putra Shatakarni. His mother gave one inscription, Prakrit inscription. It says that my son Gautami Putra Shatakarni conquered these many territories, donated these many things to the Buddhist monks and Brahmanical priests, ruled, maintained law and order, maintained Varnashrama Dharma. Likewise, greatness about Shatakarni. During his time period, all religions patronage. But personally, like Ashoka, personally Buddhism, but he maintained all the religious order. Personally, he took the title Eka Brahmana. That means a true Brahmana. Wanted to maintain Varnashrama Dharma. Varnashrama Dharma. But reality is something, mixing is taking place. His own son, Vasishtiputra Pulumavi and Rudradaman, one daughter, they marry each other. That's what theoretically they may claim many things, but practically liberal, continuous intermixing is taking place. This how Gautami Putra Shatakarni. He defeated a Shaka ruler called Nahapana. Nahapana was a Shaka ruler. He defeated. He restruck the coins. There were many coins Nahapana issued. Now he took those coins and he reprinted with Gautami Putra Shatakarni image so that to show that Shakas were defeated by Gautami Putra Shatakarni. This is how. Next one. During Gunadhya, he is not a ruler. In the Shatavahanas, we do not know which time period he was there. He was an author. He wrote a book called Brihat Kada. Brihat Kada. It was written in Shatavahana's period. But lost after some time. Then how do we know about this? Whatever this book is there, Kashmir poets, Kashmir poets wrote stories based on Brihat Kada. What is happening here? Brihat Kada was written in Shatavahana period in Deccan region. It was lost, but some Kashmiri poets in which time period? In early medieval time period, between this time period, between 750 to 1200, early medieval time period, some Kashmiri poets remembered Brihat Kada and they based their stories on this Brihat Kada. Now, what is happening here? That means Deccan literature reached Kashmir. Even though it lost in the original format, but people remembered this in the format of other people's literature. Culture is connecting or not? So this shows Deccan and Kashmir connected. But ruler is different. Shatavahana is one place. Greeks are there. Shakas are there. Kushanas are there. But culture is connecting. This is why post-Mauryan period is important one. Next one. Shatavahanas. They traded with Roman world. Issued coins, gold, silver, Potin, like that. Buddhist caves constructed. Buddhist stupas constructed. And what is the here? Caves, Chaitya and Vihara. There are two types of monuments. Chaitya means worshipping place. Vihara means residential. Residential. They were constructed. And what is the prelims point of view? Please draw this map. Some important places will come. These are the prelims. You cannot remember everything unless you see this format. Bhaja, Kaniheri, Karla, caves, Amaravati Stupa, Amaravati Stupa, Barhut Stupa, Barhut Stupa, Ajanta caves. During post-Mauryan time period only it happened, but more will come during Vakataka time period. Just beginning started. These are the various places they patronized. Majority of them is not the royal patronage, majority by common people, means traders. Traders were giving donations to Buddhist monks and they were carving out the caves. And why it is happening? This is West Coast exports and imports, trading activities, exports and imports. There is a place called Masulipatam. Machilipatnam, present day times. Broach is a port. Sopara is a port. Getting connected. Now, Uttarapada, Dakshinapada getting connected. Through these routes, exports, imports, internal trade, external trade, trading activities are going on. They were patronizing. They were only giving the tolerant attitude so that people can follow their own religion. These are the important one. There is one inscription, two inscriptions are there. One is Nanegat inscription. Another one is Nashik inscription. Both are in Maharashtra, Nashik inscription. These inscriptions provide information about, like base Nagar pillar inscription in case of Bhagabhadra and Heliodorus. Satavahana information comes from Nanegat and Nashik inscription. All right, this is how you have to see with respect to Satavahanas. So whatever we have seen so far, please try to remember some of the important facts. So far we have seen, what are they? Shungas we have seen, Indo-Greeks we have seen, Shakas we have seen, and Satavahanas also we have seen. All right. Just revise. So far, whatever you have written, whatever pages, just we have drawn images, maps, and on the maps we have shown the people, places, and how the ideas are moving. Just go through that before we go to the Maha-Meghavahana, that is Kalinga region. Just turn your pages, 2 minutes. If you have any doubt, please ask me. All right. If there is no doubt, we will move to next one. That is Maha-Megavahanas. Not many points, few important points only, one inscription and the important ruler. Maha-Meghavahana. This is the location. Keep visualizing. At the same time, what is happening in which location? Maha-Meghavahana. This is the dynasty name. Ruler, famous ruler, Kharavela. Just prelims point of view, if you just remember Kharavela belongs to which region, done. Evidence, Hathi Gumpa inscription. Hathi Gumpa inscription. It is given in a place called Udayagiri, Khandagiri caves. According to this inscription, Prakrit inscription, he attacked this side, he attacked this side. Attacked Magadha also, attacked the southern side also. But he was a staunch follower of Jainism, or a strong follower of Jainism. It is very interesting one. Jainism promotes extreme non-violence. Jainism, even harming, even insect also is a sin, because Jainism philosophy sees everywhere a soul. Extreme non-violence. Whereas Maha-Meghavahana, he praises, or Kharavela praised his military conquests, or boasted his military conquests. The two opposite personalities. That is how When it comes to politics, you are going to see this kind of contradictions. Prelims point of view, Kharavela, what is the region name? Kalinga. Kalinga region, Kharavela is the ruler. Dynasty name Maha-Meghavahana. Inscription, Hathigumpa inscription. It is located near Bhuvaneshwar. Near Bhuvaneshwar. In a place called Udayagiri, Kandagiri caves. This is how. And beyond that, we don't know nothing. Literature also did not survive, nothing much to know about Kharavela, Maha-Meghavahana. That's why yet to do research. With respect to Northeast and Kalinga region, yet to come more and more research. Then only in future we may study even more details. That is about Maha-Meghavahana. Then who are left? Coming down to Sangam. Sangam Kingdoms. When it comes to Sangam Kingdoms, I will show you the maps so that you will have better idea. Identify this one. Chola, Chera, Pandya. This is the location. Let us try to say this. You make a map like this. Now our focus goes down till down. Vorayur, Madurai, Karur, what are this? Chola, Pandya, and Chera. These are the three kingdoms. Each and every kingdom has a port called Puhar or Kaveri Pattanam. And this is Korkai. This is Muziris. They connected with this world. This side, this side, this side. Similarly, they connect with this side also. This culture is going that side. Other side cultures are coming from the other part of the world. And here, Jain, Mathura, Lumbini, Bodh Gaya. Now ideas are coming in this way to these areas also. Northern side ideas are coming. Similarly, in the same way, south to deep south to Gangetic Valley. Similarly, Gangetic Valley ideas reaches this side. They are connected with the outside world also. They are connected with this side world also. What is this empire? Roman Empire. In this time period, monsoons were also discovered. Monsoons also discovered. As a result, what happened? It became easy for the ships to come to India and to take the goods and to go there. As a result, more trading activities increased. Indians were sending spices, ivory, textiles, manufactured metalworks like iron metalworks. And as a result, what Indians are getting? Indians are getting gold, silver, Indians are exporting goods and importing gold and silver. That means India is becoming very rich, a rich nation. This is one side. In the archaeological survey also, so many gold coins related to Romans, Roman gold coins were discovered in large number in the mounds. In Muziris, in Korkai, in Puhar. There is one more place called Arikamedu. Arikamedu in the present day, Pondicherry, Arikamedu is a port. And this is the place near Pondicherry. Later, French people make this area as their base center. Europeans and Indians had connectivity since that time period. That's why when Europeans come to India, they feel comfortable in trading with these people. That is how Roman Empire, Arikamedu, Puhar, Korkai, and Muziris, they're all giving a lot of evidence of gold coin, Roman gold coins. That shows how much gold coins were coming. There was a person called Pliny, Roman author. He told Roman gold is draining towards India. British called this period as a dark period. Do you consider this as dark period? Our identity, cultural integration is taking place. Indian traders are becoming international traders. Indian traders are earning a lot of wealth. And other Roman Empire, Roman Empire is sending a lot of gold bullion to India. India is becoming rich. Do we consider Indian traditions are going outside? Do we consider this period as dark period? This is the period, one of the most interactive periods. Indians are interacting with outside. Outside world is also interacting with India. Therefore, one of the important time periods in our Indian history, post-Mauryan. These are the Sangam kingdoms. What is the source for us? The source is here, Sangam literature. Sangam literature. 3 assemblies were held according to Tamil literature. Sangam means assembly. Like first Buddhist council, second Buddhist council, third, fourth, like that. 3 assemblies were held. First one, we do not know exact time period. First one, second one, and third one. First one is considered, it was held under the leadership of Agastya sage. Second one, Tolkapiyar. Third one, Nakirar. In this assembly, whatever oral tradition is there, that was written. But literature is lost. Literature is lost and presided by. In the second one text survived called Tolkapiyam. It is a Tamil grammar. Like Panini, Astadhyayi, Patanjali Mahabhashya, Sanskrit related grammar, and in this case, Tamil grammar. Nakirar presided a lot of literature survived. First, second, third. And these 3 Sangams were patronized by Pandyans. And they were held near Madurai. Near Madurai, Pandyan's capital Madurai, they were held there. To understand that time period, now what is the time period? 300 BC to 300 CE and 600 CE. This is the period 3 assemblies were held. Three assemblies were held in this time period. And some continued. On top of this literature, some were sequences are also written. This is the literature. This is the sequence. Now, the literature which is developed during this time period is called major works, which followed later called minor works. Because this period is the major one, that's why they are called major works, and of that minor works. How many are there? 18 major works. Similarly, 18 minor works. This is the literature which talks about wars and love. These minor works also talk about ethics. They talk about war, love, as well as ethics and morals. One example here is Tirukural. And some plus 18 minor works at the same time. 2 epics also developed in this time period. Silappadikaram, and Maha-Meghavahana. 18 major works, 18 minor works, Silappadikaram and Maha-Meghavahana, 2 epics. If you write the Tamil word, Padinen Mela Kanakku, 18 minor works are called Padinen Keel Kanakku. Padinen Mel Kanakku and Padinen Keel Kanakku. Silappadikaram, Maha-Meghavahana. These are the Tamil terms. If you read everything, that means historians read everything to understand this Sangam society. And these are the texts which talk about there are kingdoms called Chola, Pandya, Cheras. These are the texts which talk about there are different ports. These ports are exporting so many products outside. These are the products coming to this side. And also, what is the interaction between this side and this side? What kind of religious beliefs they were having? They mention about 4 Varna system also. But their major focus is not on Varna, but they knew Varna based on geography. Society divided or society divisions. For example, plain people will have some kind of food habits, some kind of professions. Desert people will have certain kind of food habits and their professions. Hilly terrain, they will have certain. Coastal area, certain. And pastoral. Plain means agriculture. Desert means people robbery. You can see, hilly means hunting and gathering. Coastal means fishing. Pastoral means domestication of animals. Grasslands. Pasture means grasslands. This division based on geography is more importance is given rather than for Varna system. But they knew Varna because Varna Brahmanical traditions are coming from north to south also. Fourfold Varna is also there. But at the same time, the major social is this one. Different terms were referred. For example, Vellalars. This means rich peasants. Like that. Arasar means ruling class. Like that, some Tamil terms are given. So many terms are given. This is how the society. You remember 18 major works and minor works, important epics, Silappatikaram and Maha-Meghavahana. And these are the books written by Buddhist plus Jain monk. Jain monks. It shows the importance of Buddhism also in this area. Jainism also reached this area and Brahmanical tradition also reached this area. One of the important gods for them is Kartikeya, god Murugan or Kartikeya. This is Sangam. And whereas Shiva, concept from IVC to Vedic, IVC to Vedic, this concept is emerging due to interaction. Shiva and Kartikeya Murugan also becomes part of the same family. Kartikeya is considered as son of Shiva. It shows integration. All right. This is how, when it comes to Sangam period, they were interacting with the outside world also. They were interacting with the northern part and western part and eastern part. Is it clear? This is how important Sangam points you need to remember. Draw map. Just in one go, you will have at least 10 facts in front of you. Then after that, you can make small short notes if there is no space for you in this map. Is clear? No. What is left now? Sangam also done. Maha-Meghavahana also done. This is also done. Chola, Chera, Pandyas, Sangam is also done. Two are left, Kushanas and Parthians. Let me talk about Parthians and last we will see Kushanas. And with that, Post-Mauryan will end. Parthians, not much, small only. Parthians. Who are the Parthians? Shakas were Central Asians, Greeks were Europeans, whereas Parthians were Iranians. This is what Parthian Empire. Iran. When they were conquering the neighboring territories, they reached here also. There was a ruler, Takshila region, Gondo Furnace. The name of the Parthian ruler is Gondo Furnace. What is the importance of him in our history means during his time period only. During his time period, Jesus, he reaches, one of the disciples of Jesus reach to this region. Jesus, one of the disciple, Saint Thomas, That means they were ruling in the first century C, say like around 40s, 40 CE, 45 CE, around that time period. Jesus' lifetime is 6 BCE to 33 CE. 6 BCE to 33 CE, around this time period. After the crucifixion of Jesus, his own disciples, some went to this side, some went to this side. Saint Thomas came to this side. Saint Thomas appeared in the court of Gondopharnes, and later he come to Kerala. Later he went to here Madras region. Near Madras, he died. Even today also, his tomb is there near Madras. For Christian followers, Madras is or his tomb, Saint Thomas tomb is one of the divine places. Even today also, people used to visit that. What is happening here? Much before Christianity went to English, always interesting one to compare with English people, England people. Long ago, before in England, Christianity reached India. Do you see how it is important? And by this time period now, almost all religions are there. Zoroastrianism, Greek religion, Christianity, Hinduism is taking shape, what we call modern day Hinduism. That means Vaishnavism, Shaivism, or Brahmanical tradition, Buddhism, Jainism, all are now there. This is about the Parthians. Last one in this chapter, Kushanas. Kushanas. Kushanas are going to be very important one because they are the one who controlled very large empire. You can see this. Kushanas are visible here. From Central Asia, their empire constituting Central Asia, Gangetic Valley, this side coastal area Sindh region, and some parts of Persian also. Central Asia, Persia, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Gangetic Valley. Very big empire. It is also the area where multiple cultures are coming and intermixing. Central Asian traditions, Persian traditions, Greek traditions, Indian traditions, all are going to intermix there. Let us start this. Again, map. Without map, we cannot understand. Little bit downward. This one, this one. This is Central Asia. This is Persia. This is Roman Empire. And this is China. Here, there is a connectivity. Silk Road or Silk Route. When it comes to Kushanas, they were controlling this much. This side coastal area also, and this side Silk Road also, Central Asia also, Persian also, this one. Now, what kind of religious ideas they will have? Persian side, Zoroastrianism. Here, Greek, Buddhism. Remember already Menander, Milinda Panho, Buddhism. Vedic tradition. Central Asian tradition. Central Asian beliefs people will have, Buddhist beliefs people will have, Vedic tradition beliefs people will have, Greek ideas they will have, Zoroastrianism. When it comes to language also, some people speak Prakrit, some people speak Sanskrit, some people speak Greek, some people speak Persian language, some people speak Central Asian languages. Getting multilingual. What is their society? There is what? Multilingual and multi-religious. Multi-religious, multi-cultures, that means multiple food habits, multiple festivals, multiple beliefs, everything diverse. Diverse. Now, what people should do? Kushanas must ensure that all these people live peacefully. Coexistence must be there. That's why rulers like Kanishka patronized all the religions and gave coins on all the gods. He even convened Fourth Buddhist Council also in Kashmir. He maintained two capitals. One is near Purushpura, another one is Mathura. Mathura is one capital and Purushpura is another capital. Kundalwan is in Srinagar. This is the region where story is happening. But now by this time you know what is happening in this location. Shungas, already you know some details. Kharavela, you know some details. Sangam literature, you know some details. Shatavahana, some details. Shakas, Greeks. In different parts of India, different developments are going on. Sanskrit is developing. Sanskrit is developing. Religions are spreading. Languages are emerging. So much literature is emerging. Now, in this case, these people's contribution also resulted in very unique cultural elements in our Indian history. Silk Road they controlled. Chinese Empire is very powerful. At the same time, Roman Empire also powerful. As a result, Chinese people used to export silk. Roman people used to import silk. Like that. Like in this side, they needed spices and they used to import silk. That means Roman Empire is sending gold to this route also. They were sending gold to this route also. As a result, what happened? Kushanas, they became very rich. They were able to patronize multiple religions and they were able to give gold coins, which are the purest in nature. So, significance. Significance of Kushanas. Number one, purest gold coins issued. Identify this. Greeks, Kushanas, and Guptas. Greeks were the first to issue gold coins. First gold coins. Kushanas, purest gold coins. Guptas, largest number of gold coins. This itself is a prelims question. It will connect. And there is associated question. IVC people did not know gold. If it is the sentence, is it correct or not? This is incorrect. IVC people know gold, but they did not issue gold coins. Remember that. IVC, gold they knew, but not gold coins. So in our history, the concept of gold coins for the first time appears with the Greeks, Kushanas issued purest gold coins. Now you know the reason. Silk Road provided stability, provided law and order, followed religious tolerance, because of the good administration, economy improved. They were in the middle of two empires, Chinese and Roman. They were able to enjoy exports and imports. In the middle, they were able to collect the tax. Silk Road collecting the tax. Collecting tax on Silk Road. As a result, Kushanas were able to become very rich. They were able to issue purest gold coins. This itself is an indication of the prosperity during Kushanas. This how. Next one. Famous ruler in Kushanas is Kanishka. He was the most famous. 78 CE is considered as beginning of Shaka era. Do not get confused. Shakas are different. Shaka era, we don't know how it emerged, but Shaka era is associated with Kanishka. But Kanishka does not belong to, he did not belong to Shakas. He belonged to Kushanas. Kanishka. But a recent discovery says Kanishka time period itself is something different, around 120, something like that. Still, some kind of research is going on what basis this 78 CE emerged as Shaka era and association with Kanishka. But after this, Indian started memorizing and remembering this. It gradually became Shaka era. What is this time period? According to existing tradition, this is the coronation of Kanishka. As of now, there is another evidence also. Kanishka did not come at 78. He comes in 120 CE after almost 57, 60 years. But our books NCERT, as of now, it is still, we are having the similar concept that 78 CE is considered as the coronation of Kanishka. It is considered as Shaka era. Now, by this time, now how many eras you got? Vikram era. That is 58 BC. 1 CE, that is Jesus era. 78 CE is considered as Shaka era. And 320 CE is considered as Gupta era. Already I have shown you one question also. This how. Vikram era, Jesus era, Shaka era, and Gupta era. Now we are in this position. This is related to Kushanas, Kanishka. One important prelims question is this. Next one. Kanishka held fourth Buddhist council in a place called Kundalwan. Kundalwan, it is located in Srinagar. What is Srinagar? Now you see, if you remember, 4 Buddhist councils. Remember 1, 2, 3, and 4. First Buddhist council was held in Rajgir. It is a capital at that time. Second Buddhist council was held in Vaishali. Again capital for some time, and during this time period it was held. This is 483 BC. This is 383 BC. After 100 years, that means Buddha died here. After 100 years, second, after another 100 years, people did not establish, because by that time divisions are there. In 250 BC, third Buddhist council was held by Ashoka in Pataliputra. Again, it was the capital. Fourth Buddhist council, first century CE. First century CE. Fourth Buddhist council. It was held in Kundalwan. But it is not capital. What kind of information or inference we can make? In Rajgir, Buddhism strong. Here also Buddhism strong. Here also Buddhism strong. And here also Buddhism strong. That means by first century CE, Kashmir region is becoming important center of Buddhism. From Kashmir, it is going to Central Asia. He will Kanishka presided. Kanishka held fourth Buddhist council. In this Buddhist council, there were differences. They split into Mahayana and Hinayana. Great people and lesser people, or great vehicle, lesser vehicle. Great movement, lesser movement. Mahayana and Hinayana. Kanishka patronized this one, and he took it to Central Asia, China, Japan, that area, because he is connected with this world. He is a Silk Road. He is connecting the Silk Road, and he is controlling the Silk Road. And through the Silk Road, the Buddhist monks were taking this area. Buddhist monks have taken Buddhism to Southeast Asia. Already, this area is during Mauryan time period itself, it went. Now, this area is becoming more and more influenced by Buddhism. You see the contribution of Kanishka. Religious tolerance, purest gold coins, fourth Buddhist council, and they held in this region. All right. Now, last aspect with respect to Post-Mauryan, and with this we are going to end. In terms of sculpture, three different sculptures emerged. Three different sculptures emerged. These sculptures, now you know by this time all the entire story. This area, one sculpture, school of sculpture, another one, another one. This is Gandhara School of Art. Emerged. Gandhara is the region. Now you know in this area Greeks were there, and Greek influence is more. This is also the region, Central Asian, Parisian, Greek. That's why it's a foreign influence is more. Foreign influence is more. When it comes to here, this is Madhura School of Art. One school of art emerged in Gandhara region. Here, Buddhism, major theme. In Madhura School of Art, all religions and secular. Sculpture means images were made. Here, Buddha images are made. Here, Vardhaman Mahavira images, Tirthankara images are also made. Kanishka image also made. Secular as well as religious. This is Amaravati School of Art. Amaravati School. You can see This is one area, one sculpture, one style emerged, another style emerged, Amaravati school. This is Indian tradition, Buddhism and other religions also, majorly Buddhism. Buddhism major. You could see three schools of art in image making emerged. Here Buddha images are, they look like this region, here Madura region, and here Gandhara region. Due to foreign influence, Buddha looks like a Greek god. Buddha having the Greek facial features. Three schools emerged. This has foreign influence. This Madura is having a little bit combination when it comes to Amaravati, pure Indian in nature, because it does not have, it is different, distant from the foreign influence. That's why it is a pure Indian sculpture. This is how, these are the three important elements by the post-Mauryan time period emerged. So now I hope you already got entire story. It is not about a single empire, not like Mauryan Empire. Just by having one empire, you can describe entire India. It is not there. Here some people contributed, here some people contributed, here some people contributed. Combination of everything is post-Mauryan period. Is it clear? Very important element in our prelims preparation. I also gave you the importance of 5 in 1 year, 5 different set of questions also came. That PDF will be sent to you. Please go through that. Next one, we will finish Guptas, so that we will finish ancient India today. Once Guptas are done, then we will start with the early medieval period. Gupta is kind of climax of these traditions. Next chapter. Guptas. And we call this as same again. The time period is like this. 320 to 550 CE is considered as the period of Guptas. They started from where? Somewhere here. Prayagraj. They were feudatories of Kushanas. They were feudatories of Kushanas. Kushanas were ruling this area. When their empire reached up to Prayagraj, they were acting as feudatories. After some time, Kushana Empire declined, and many migrations and people started fighting amongst them. The small kingdoms emerged. One small kingdom also emerged called Gupta Kingdom, Shri Gupta. Around 275 BC, sorry, CE. We are in CE. Around 275 CE, Shri Gupta established himself as independent ruler. But the real beginning goes in the expansion to a ruler called Chandragupta I. 319 or 320 CE, he came, and he was there up to approximately 335 CE, around 15 years. In these years, he tried to establish the kingdom very strongly. If you identify the name here, this is Gupta. By Gupta time period, 4 different titles emerged in society by this time period. For example, Sharma. If a person is possessing this title, that means he is a Brahmana. Varma means Kshatriya. Gupta means Vaishya. Dasa means Shudra. So this is some kind of titles emerged. Instead of calling a person Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, some kind of titles emerged. Sharma, Varma, Gupta, and Dasa, like that. Now, with this classification, Gupta means it is appearing Vaishyas, but these are the society status wise, they are there. But they are now performing the role of Kshatriya. When you become ruler, you are performing the role of Kshatriya. You need legitimacy. Legitimacy. How you get legitimacy? One way of getting legitimacy is through Brahmanas perform rituals. Vedic sacrifices, if you perform, Brahmanas will give you legitimacy that if you are performing Vedic rituals, that means you are a Kshatriya. Because as per the Vedic tradition, if you perform properly with the help of great sage learners, then automatically you will be given the status of Kshatriya on your dharma. Chandragupta I uses this also. At the same time, he uses matrimonial relationship. Matrimonial relationship. He marries a princess from Kshatriya clan. He marries and he started promoting that relationship between Guptas and Kshatriyas. Here, Lischavi's princess. Lischavi's princess. He married a Kshatriya princess and he issued coins also. Coins also. Kumara Devi. Chandragupta, Kumara Devi coins in the same. One side Kumara Devi image, on the other side Chandragupta image. In patriarchal society, giving the image of women, that means there must be some kind of reason behind it. Generally, in patriarchal societies, giving the face of women to the public space is not allowed in rigid patriarchal system. But here, coins are given, that to equal status with Chandragupta, with ruler status. That means ruler is expecting people to know that she is from Kshatriya and he is getting legitimacy. Rituals also performed. This way also, he ensured he brought the legitimacy because they were the feudatories of Kushanas earlier. They have to find a way that people will accept them as the rulers. And they have chosen this path. Matrimonial and conquests. Next one. The second person is the real conqueror of India. He take the weapons and he reaches up to this area. Samudra Gupta. Next person name is his son Samudra Gupta. His name is Samudra Gupta. I will send you the PPTs, no issue. When it comes to Samudra Gupta, he conquered this much region. His empire even reached this also. Deccan, he called Aryavarta. Atavika Rajas in the middle, central. Punjab, Nepal. He conquered all these territories. What is the source of information? Prayagraj inscription. Prayagraj inscription. Who gave this? His court poet Harisena issued Prayagraj inscription. Identify this. Prayagraj inscription. Different places are there. Deccan, Atavika Rajas, Aryavarta. All these information, enter this information coming from Prayagraj inscription. Harisena, issued by Harisena. Harisena is his court poet. Interesting element is this Prayagraj inscription, it is an Ashokan pillar. Ashoka is talking about peace, whereas Samudragupta is praising his violent wars and battles. Samudragupta says, I am a great warrior, I have destroyed all these people. Whereas on the same line, Ashoka pillar inscription says peace and non-violence. Contradictory personalities. That's how in Indian society, people are there who are strong followers of non-violence and at the same time, followers of violence as well on both sides. This is another indication that Indians is a land of diversity. Some people believe in this, some people believe in that. Next one. Samudragupta is a Veena player. Music. Performed Ashwamedha sacrifice. He performed Ashwamedha sacrifice. Revival of the Brahmanical tradition. Veena player. Issued gold coins. Gold coins. Now you see how the empire increased. It's like a repetition only. If you observe this, a repetition is happening. Here, Mahajanapadas. Peak stage is Mauryans. And after Mauryans, Post-Mauryan, decline. Now once again, integration is happening, Guptas. Chandragupta 1 contributed some, Samudragupta contributed some more. Next person, Chandragupta 2, he took the title Vikramaditya. Remember Vikramaditya? He was fighting with Shakas. Vikramaditya. Guptas, that period is going to reach large territory under Chandragupta II, Vikramaditya. That is how Chandragupta II, Vikramaditya. Whatever territory is there, he is going to conquer. Again, like Mauryans, not like entire Mauryan replace, this much at least. At least this much from Afghanistan, Gangetic Valley, Central India, Gujarat, Deccan. And this one also he influenced by having a matrimonial relationship with the Vakataka kingdom. His daughter, Prabhavati Gupta. He maintained two courts, Patliputra. Main one is now by this time Jain. becoming important. Prayagraj. It seems Prayagraj. Patliputra is gradually coming down. The power of Patliputra is coming down. Prayagraj is initial capital, and now the main center is going to be Ujjain. Vakataka kingdom. His daughter Prabhavati Gupta was married to Vakatakas. Vakatakas are Brahmanas. Could you see this? Lischavis. Kshatriyas through matrimonial relationship maintained. Brahmanas matrimonial relationship. They identify this. Vaishyas improving their status by matrimonial relationship between Kshatriyas and Brahmanas. This also they are going to do in a different format. There is a Naga queen. Naga queen. He himself married. By marrying a Naga queen, Naga means tribal region. If there is a kingdom, to control that kingdom, one is directly uprooting through violence, wars and battles. Another one is through matrimonial relationship. By marrying a Naga queen, he integrated some tribal kingdoms. By marrying a Brahmana prince, he integrated this also. After some time, this Vakataka prince unfortunately died. Prabhavati Gupta now had to take care of this kingdom. She became regency for her son, but indirectly she was taking the help of her father. Prabhavati Gupta took help of her father in running the administration of Vakatakas. Indirectly, Guptas, after Mauryans, they maintained very large area under the administration. That happened during Chandragupta II time period. Empire became very rich. Empire also able to patronize so many scholars. He maintained a court in Ujjain called Navaratnas. Chandragupta maintained 9 scholars, 1, 2, 3, and so on. 9 people. Even today also we do not know exactly who are these 9. But some people like Kalidasa, Amarasimha, Dhanvantari, some important people. When it comes to Kalidasa, he wrote various books. Abhignana Shakuntalam. Next one, Meghadutam. One book. Ritu Samhara. Another book he has written. Raghuvamsha. Another book. You can see different books. Abhignana Shakuntalam, Meghadutam, Ritu Samhara, Kumara Sambhava, Raghuvamsha, Ritu Samhara, another one, Kumara Sambhava. Sanskrit. He has written. When it comes to Amarasimha, he wrote a book called Amara Kosha. It's a dictionary of Sanskrit. Dhanvantari, physician. There is another person, Sushruta. Even it is debatable whether Sushruta belonged to Gupta period or pre-Gupta. But if you consider Sushruta, he has written Sushruta Samhita. Likewise, Navaratnas he maintained. Some were architects, some were physicians, some were Sanskrit grammarians, some were dramatists likewise. Chandragupta too. He took the title Vikramaditya because one is this one is he's a great conqueror. Gujarat region, Shakas were still ruling. Almost 500 years Shakas were ruling in Gujarat region. Finally, Chandragupta too defeated Shakas. Like earlier Vikramaditya who defeated Shakas and his name became Vikramera, Vikramaditya title became known for valor. Now he defeated Shakas, that's why he wanted to take the same title, Chandragupta to Vikramaditya. Once Gujarat came under his control, now West Coast came under his control. As a result, wealth increased. East Coast was already there in their control. Now West Coast also came, wealth increased. They were able to maintain or patronage scholars. When it comes to this is how Chandragupta to Vikramaditya. Thereafter, next person, Kumaragupta. Next person, Kumaragupta comes. One important point in his time period is he established Nalanda University. And at the same time, again, Central Asians like Shakas, Kushanas, like that. Once again, migration is a universal one. And every time this is going to take place. At this time, Hunas threatened the empire. Hunas threatened the empire. He sent his son, Skandagupta. His son fought with Hunas successfully. Hunas were not successful at this time. Nonetheless, during his time period, Shaka threat became real. Next one, Skandagupta. Skandagupta means again he continued fight with Hunas. Just a repetition only. We are not doing anything, something new. In post-Mauryan time period, we have dealt in detail. Now, once again, Central Asian people, now called Hunas. Like Shakas, Kushanas came, now Hunas. Earlier, Indo-Greeks and Pushyamitra Shungas were fighting. Yavanas. Now, Yavanas means these people. Hunas, they were fighting. Skandagupta tried his best to stop them, but after some time, he was not able to do. After Skandagupta, similar way, Hunas reached up to Ujjain area. Same like Shakas. After Skandagupta, Hunas control Kashmir to Ujjain. The western part, they will, some parts here, some parts in Kashmir and up to Ujjain, they will reach. Northwest Kashmir and Ujjain. That is how Hunas, this is one of the reasons for the decline of Mauryan, Guptas. After Skandagupta, weak rulers, financial strain, continuous Huna invasions. As a result, it declined. These about different rulers. Overall, art and culture contribution means single map is enough. And with this last topic in our present today's class, with this Gupta also will end. Art and culture. During Gupta time period, first time, some kind of temple architecture also emerged. Dhiogad, UP, Bhithargaon, near Kanpur. Temples. A temple at Deoghar. A temple at Bethargaon. It is in UP. Bhumara. Nachna Kutara. They are in Madhya Pradesh. Deoghar, Bethargaon in UP. Bhumara, Nachna temples. Vishnu temples. These are Vishnu temples and this is Shiva temples. Temple construction, not like a grand scale, not like after Guptas. In early medieval time period, large scale, huge temples will come. But during Gupta time period, small scale, small level, Deoghar, Bethargaon, Bhumara, and Nachna. Next, in Madhya Pradesh, Udayagiri caves, Varaha sculpture, very famous one. It is located in Madhya Pradesh. Caves were carved out. By this time, Dashavatar concept became very strong. Puranic tradition became very strong. People are now remembering various Dashavatara stories. One avatar is Varaha avatar. Varaha sculpture, big Varaha sculpture is sculpted in Udayagiri caves in Madhya Pradesh. Next, bog cave paintings. Buddhist caves. Buddhism and other religions are also there. Bog cave, and it is in Madhya Pradesh. Ajanta is in Maharashtra. Ajanta caves. When it comes to Ajanta caves are patronized or flourished under Vakatakas because this area was under Vakataka. Ajanta caves, Bog caves, then Udayagiri caves, different temples. One metallurgy also developed, one iron pillar. Initially, it is considered it is there in this place, Udayagiri pillar, but today that is transported to Delhi. Delhi, Mehrauli. Later, Qutub Minar is going to come in the same place. Later, when during Delhi Sultanate time period, when many monuments come in Mehrauli, this was also transported and erected there. Iron pillar, Mehrauli iron pillar. Even today also, it is in the open, but it still did not get rust. Despite it is in the open place, in sunshade and in sunlight and also in rainy season, still that iron pillar is intact. That shows the metallurgical skills. Next, during the same time period, music. Already Samudra Gupta, Veena player. Music. Dance, Bharatanatyam is becoming very popular. By this time period, Natya Shastra by Bharata Muni for dance. So music patronized, dance patronized, painting patronized, sculpture patronized, temples patronized. Even Buddhist stupa and Buddhist sculptures also patronized during British time, during Gupta time period. We got there is a sculpture called Buddha sculpture in Sultanganj in Bihar. Sultanganj, Buddha. One copper statue was discovered, Sultanganj Buddha. Near Prayagraj, Dhamek Stupa, Buddhist stupa, Buddhist images are also coming. Education center, Nalanda University. Nalanda. Now education is also becoming deeper and deeper. Earlier Takshila University, that is now declining. Nalanda University became very famous. This became very famous for Buddhist studies. Guptas are considered patrons of Hinduism, but non-Hindu traditions are also flourished. All things emerged. Science and technology wise also flourished during this time period. Varaha Mihir and Aryabhatta, two people who were there, who contributed for the promotion of mathematics and astronomy. Aryabhatta and Varaha Mihir. Science and tech. You can see now just one image only. How many prelims questions are involved here? The moment you just visualize this, many questions can be correct. When it comes to options, what UPSC is to give? One option comes from Mauryan, one option from Post-Mauryan, one option from Guptas. Now with this visualization, you can easily understand where is what. That's why to understand history properly, you should have some the knowledge, important areas about our Indian geography also. Be very, very careful in having the idea about various states. While you are preparing geography, focus on what are the important mountains, plains, rivers. You will be able to connect many things. UPSC is asking, suppose, for example, Ajanta caves. Ajanta caves are in Maharashtra. But in 1 year, it was asked on which river Ajanta caves are located. There is a river called Waghora River. Likewise. So if these monuments are located on the river side, UPSC is mixing on which river this cave is located. Similarly, there is a temple Pandharpur, Vittal God, Vishnu Avatar in Maharashtra only, on which river Pandharpur temple is located. That is another question. Likewise, UPSC is to mix with the location, geography, states, ideologies, people, places. This is one of the best ways to remember so many facts at a time in single place. So with this art and culture concept is done. One of the reasons for their decline is land grants. Land grants for Brahmanas, Buddhist monks, that tradition of land grants. With this, we will end the class. Shatavahanas. They are the one who started issuing land grants. And during Gupta time period, this land grants concept increased. Now, what is happening by this time? Suppose if this is the area, tribal pocket, Brahmanas are given land, or Buddhist monks given this land. What is the result? The moment Brahmanas come into tribals, Puranic tradition integrated tribals. The tribal gods, their own ideas will be there. Now they are going to become part of Brahmanical gods. This concept is going on since post-Mauryan time period onwards, like integrating tribal gods with, and in fact, Shiva itself, Proto-Shiva concept is in IVC. Later it became part of Vedic tradition. Same concept. Shiva integrated. Now likewise, so many tribal gods and goddesses now integrated by this time. Puranic tradition became one of the important tool in mixing that. In Buddhism, Jataka stories, it helped. So in this way, through stories, through legends, through literature, tribal cultures are mixed with mainstream cultures like Buddhism and Brahmanicalism. This is how land grants helped to promote the ideas of Brahmanical tradition and Buddhism into deeper pockets of India. By this time, northeastern part also comes under Brahmanical tradition. There is a kingdom called Kamarupa Kingdom in Brahmaputra Valley. And this also becomes one of the important centers of Brahmanical tradition. The name of itself, the name of the river itself, you can identify Brahmaputra. According to legend, this is the place where Brahma sat and created this universe. That is the story associated with that particular river that shows how the tribal areas are now integrating with mainstream. This is the same procedure that was going on since Vedic time period. In early Vedic time period, that means Rigvedic people, they themselves were tribes called Aryans, later mixed with locals. New Vedas emerged, mixed with another locals, another type of literature is emerging. Now Puranic tradition is an example of continuation of that tradition. That is how they are able to integrate larger sections of the people into Brahmanical fold or Vedic fold. These how land grants helped. Clear? So with this, from the art and culture point of view, you have to see, make one map, important map like that, you will be able to do that. Any questions so far? With respect to society, one element, sati practice, patriarchal society, that is continuing like earlier times. But one evidence comes, sati practice was done in a place, Iran inscription. Iran is located in Madhya Pradesh. There is an inscription called Iran inscription. It shows sati practice. So far, sati practice is there, but inscription evidence for the first time comes from this. Untouchability also practiced during this time period. One Chinese traveler called Fahian comes. When Fahian comes, he says there is untouchability. Even though largest number of gold coins are given, culture is flourished. It is considered as a golden period for art and culture. For Sanskrit language, it is a classical. But when it comes to society, it is considered as one of the times where the social evils are becoming more and more deeper, like sati practice and untouchability. On one side, glorious elements will come, on the other side, social evils also will continue. That will continue, remain till British time period. After Constitution, we are trying to eradicate these social evils. All right. With this, we will end the class, and with this, we have finished the Guptas. In next session, with this, ancient India is done. So roughly, approximately in 3 classes, we have done ancient, and in another 3 classes, we will finish medieval. In another 3 classes, we will do modern. Make a map, bring everything there. In small place, you will be able to remember multiple facts. All right then. Any question do you have? Please let me know. All right then. Thank you. Thank you very much. We will meet in the next session.